driving the C8. There's nothing like it. Yo, what's up guys? ZK from ZK's Garage, back with another video today, and I've owned this car for 1 month. And I'm gonna tell you what I love, what I don't love, and my thoughts after owning it for a month. I'm 1,500 miles later and exactly 1 month. All right, I bought it July 3rd, filming August 3rd. So 1 month, exactly 1 month and 1,500 miles later. What do I think of my C8 Corvette? But before we get into the video, we gotta show you. All right, we gotta take you around. There's always gonna show. I got the top off right now. I haven't been driving too much with the top off, but got it off right now. Got new wheels. I'm thinking new wheels, guys. We talk about it in the video, so stay tuned, stick around. We go on drive in this video, and I talk about everything. So I'm asking for wheel suggestions. I'm looking at Vossens, E5s, and all sorts of different wheels. So drop your wheel suggestions below. And also, I'm thinking 325s in the rear. Instead of the 1920 OEM setup, I'm gonna go 2021s in the rear with 325s in the rear as well. So there you go, you got the back of the car. There's my sister over there, waving at the cam. Look how dope, it actually looks really dope with the top off. It actually looks super dope with the top off. Car is just so mean. All right guys, let's get into the video. I'm gonna tell you guys what I love, what I don't love. There's not much, all right? And we're gonna do a 1 month review. By the way, we go on the highway, we do some pulls, we do a 0 to 60, we do neighborhood driving, and we have the top off for it all. So it's a fun drive. Stay tuned, hit the like button, everybody. Appreciate you watching. And I'm ZK from ZK's Garage. Subscribe to this channel because we're blowing up here on ZK's Garage. I'm telling you right now, lock in right now with me because this channel is going to be awesome and you guys make it all possible. So love all you guys. Thanks for watching the video. Drop your comments down below and enjoy the On Throttle coming up next. All right guys, On Throttle. I'm gonna leave my sister here. I'm just kidding. All right, Iz, pop in. Ready? Oh wait, we gotta get some exhaust sound. We gotta get some exhaust sound. Get back there. All right guys, what's up? Before we get into the video today, I want to announce to everybody that I've launched channel membership. So thanks to you guys, YouTube has now put me in the YouTube partner program. So I launched 3 tiers of membership. You got the Garage Pass, the Garage Crew, and the Garage Legends for my diehard fans. There's no pressure. It doesn't, the content's always going to be free. But for those who do want to support monetarily, click that join button down below. And I appreciate you guys for thinking of doing it. And if you want to do it, that'd be awesome. If not, all good. Let's get into the video. All right, what's up guys? ZK On Throttle here in the C8 Corvette in for our 30-day review. Pretty cool because today is August 3rd. Bought the car July 3rd, and here we are. I've been in the car for 1 month. It's been my daily driver for 1 month. I have 7,614 miles on this car, and I bought it with 6,098. So a little over 1,500 miles in the first month of ownership, about what I expected. You always drive it a little bit more, obviously, in your first month of ownership. So I've been enjoying it. It's pretty amazing. We're gonna run through all the things today after 1 month of ownership. What do you think of this car? What do I think of this car? What are the things that stick out? And I get about 5 points that really stick out. And amidst all those 5 points, I will give you some off-the-cuff comments as well. And just things that, you pick up, you learn from the experience of driving it. And obviously my brother, you guys know, JFK, he got one as well, and he's learned a couple things as well from driving his for, I want to say 3 weeks now, because he got his a week after me. So he's had his for 3 weeks, me for a month, and we've learned a couple of things, all right, about driving in our Corvettes, and we'll talk to you about them now. The first thing is the everyday capability, the daily driver capability of this car. And I do plan on adding a truck. I came from a truck. I had a Ram 1500, loved that car. It was a 2019. I had 65,000 miles on it. I loved that car. I mean, it was a truck, obviously, way different in terms of efficiency and capability and what they do. They're very different cars, obviously, almost not even to be compared in a way. But the difference in daily driving for this is surprisingly good at daily driving if you're not somebody that travels with a boatload of things all the time. So, you know, I'm pretty light when I move, when I shake and bake, in terms of I don't need a boatload of stuff. Like, it was nice to have my truck, and don't get me wrong, I used all the space that I had, but I can clearly live without it. I've been without it now for a month and a half, and there are certain instances you wish you had a truck, and that's probably why I'll be looking to add a truck, no doubt about it. But from a daily driving perspective, in strictly the car, I've gone through Philly, I've gone, on roads that you probably don't want to go on, but I've gone on them. And it handles everything really well. And remember, I got the Pilot Sport 4S's, not the Pilot Sport all-season tires, and I've been really impressed. Now, there are certain areas where it will inconvenience you if you're daily driving it. Every once in a while, you'll drive on, I don't know, gravel. Every once in a while, you'll drive to a gas station that might have a bigger lip, than you're used to. Or you go on a road, I was on a road the other day, or even just going to a local Trader Joe's around here, and the speed bumps are bigger. So it's like, I'm in a Corvette, you got to be careful of those things. Now, if you have the front lift, those things will be less of a problem, but the front lift doesn't give you that much. It's not like it lifts it up a couple feet, like lifts it a few inches. So that's something I would note on the negative side. From the positive side, the car can handle anything. The car can be driven. The car is meant to be driven. There's no issue. I don't ever get in the car and think, oh, I can't daily drive it today, unless something like I just said is the case where, me and my girl went to a place where there was gravel, like a little farmer's market, and I'm like, yeah, we're gonna take your car, so that was the only case really where I could see it being a downside. And then if you travel with a boatload, obviously if you're a blue-collar worker or any of those things, you're gonna need a little bit more space than the cabin provides. But overall, not a big issue at all. Another note, daily driving, you might have just heard it here in the car as I just came to a stoplight. And we're gonna get to the highway, by the way. I'm gonna open this thing up a little bit. We will do a nice kick. All right, I got it in manual mode. I keep it in manual mode for most of the time, but another daily driving, small negative, and I talked about this in the video of my 5 things I love and hate, but the squeaky brakes, man, are really annoying. I've burnished them. I've done what GM asked you to do to try and quiet them down. I'm considering going to a ceramic pad, because I do have the Z51 package on this car, and it's loud. And again, they're amazing brakes. Well, like even my videographer right now, my sister, she's like, whoa, this car stops quick when you want to stop. I'm like, yeah, it stops great, but they're loud, they're loud. Let me just stop. Oh, no squeak there, that's good. But they do squeak, and it can bother me at times. Sometimes I'm like, who cares? It is what it is. But sometimes it's so loud and so consistent that you're just like, ugh, it bothers you a little bit because I do a lot of, if you're daily driving, you're not exclusively taking the car on a driver's roads or to a track or any of those things. So that is the one variable. Like you'll be in stop and go traffic. You'll be in traffic a little bit. I was in traffic today, and if you hear the brakes over and over again, that can be a little bit annoying. But overall, not a big problem. And daily driving, I'd give it a good A. A good A. I won't go A+, because you'll probably look for more versatility. Now, ready? Before I get into number 2, let's go here. We got a big pull. We got an open highway right in front of me. Let's do it. Here we go. Oh, baby. Woo! There you go, baby. Nice pull right there. We have the top off right now, so might be a little noisy in the cabin. My sister's hair is going all in the camera, so we probably should have put the top on for this video, but hopefully the audio is not too bad. I do have the mic down here, so hopefully the audio is not too bad. I won't be on the highway very long. But second thing is, it's an attention magnet. Attention magnet. All right, everybody wants to talk to you about the car, mostly men for that. So I had one comment on my other channel where I do sports content covering the Eagles, and we were talking about, I forget, something came up and they were like, you know, it's a chick magnet. I'm like, no, it's actually a dude magnet, you know. Girls don't really care, but guys love to talk to you about it. So you get a lot of comments, you get a lot of people wanting to talk to you about the car, and that's both good and bad. I don't mind it at all because I love the car and I love to talk about it. But, you know, if you're not a people person or you don't like to be bothered, people like C8s. So here we go. Let's downshift it. We'll get it down. We got a third, get a second, up to third, up to fourth. Woo! Nice pull. Very good pull there. Very fun. So I'm going to get off the next exit. We'll turn around and I'll give you guys some more of my takeaways after a month of ownership here in the C8 Corvette. We are on throttle in the car, baby. Nothing like driving the C8. There's nothing like it. I swear to you all. For those out there interested, for those out there looking, maybe the best decision I ever made in my life, besides choosing the woman I want to spend the rest of my life with, might be buying a C8. And by the way, there's so many people like, oh, that's not practical, or, you know, oh, do you want to spend money on that? It's like, you bought a Corvette. You know, it's not practical. Of course, there are things that are better to spend your money on out in the world, but my perspective has always been, I can do it all, and I'm not going to go into life with the mindset of, oh, I'll do it later, or I'll do it at this point, or, you know, I could have made better choices with my money. Do it all, everybody. Invest into the markets. Put money away for your retirement. Invest in real estate. And buy fun cars. Because shoot, man, what is life? Life is short. You never know when it's going to end, when God calls us home to meet our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And I'm ready to keep living. I'm ready to keep living, so I'm very happy with my decision to buy it. And for those out there interested, I'm going to go straight here because I want to stay off the highway just for a second here for the video. The third takeaway is, we got into it a little bit, but storage and practicality. So for big and clunky things, out. Not going to work that well. All right, not going to work that well. But for the person who travels to work with a bag, like a you know, an over-the-shoulder bag. For the person who goes on weekend trips and throws a duffel together. For the person who tosses a duffel in the car to go to the gym. For the person who travels with a briefcase, banger. All right, you got more space than you need. The trunk of the car, now it has the roof in right now, but the trunk of the car gets a boatload of space. I mean, I fit 2 big duffel bags in, big duffel bags filled with enough clothes for me and my girl for probably a 4-day stay. Multiple book bags. I bring my hat bag. I bring my camera bag with all my camera gear. You can see, obviously, I make YouTube videos for a living, so I got my camera bag. Like tons of, and that's with the frunk as well. So you got the frunk, which isn't huge, but toss your groceries in there for any grocery runs, unless you're going for, I don't know, to go to Costco for, you know, a couple of weeks or a month of stuff. This thing will handle any grocery runs for sure, like pretty easily, I would say. Now, the one thing to be considerate of would maybe be it gets a little hot, you know, in the trunk because of the engine, obviously, right behind me. So that would be something to maybe consider, but I haven't noticed it to the point. I mean, look, I put my book bag back there with my laptop and my electronic gear. I put my camera gear bag back there. I mean, it gets warm, but it doesn't get like to the point where I'm like, whoa, that's a scorcher, you know, don't want anything back there. So maybe if you put like, I don't know, milk, ice cream or something, probably wouldn't want it back there. I'd probably go frunk with that, but just something to consider, maybe something worth noting for you guys. But overall, I would say the storage and the practicality is better than I anticipated. It's definitely better than I anticipated. When you buy a Corvette, probably a bigger thing with that would be the 2 seats, more than like what you can fit in the trunk and the frunk. You know, the 2 seats at times can be a little annoying. I come from you know, a family with a decent sized family. I got 4 siblings myself. You know, I'm one of 5. And then obviously I have a girlfriend and soon to be wife, hopefully soon to be fiance, then wife. And then, you know, sometimes you want to bring more than 1 people in the car, and in that case I default to her car or my sibling's car, or, you know, or something like that. So I guess that is something to note, but I would note that as something that's more important. Wow, this is a really cool cul-de-sac back here. I would note that as something that's more important than like your trunk and your front space. That's not an issue unless you're storing like big clunky items. Like I was down the beach this weekend, and you know, you're putting beach bags and chairs, beach chairs in the car. Yeah, you're not going to bring a Corvette for that, right? That's not going to really work. You could probably make it work in the trunk if you needed to, but you know, it wouldn't be ideal for that. But overall, storage and practicality is incredible. And then the next thing, guys, I got two things left I want to talk to you about. Performance and handling is the next thing. So I talked about the daily drivability of the car, no issue. The performance of the car is amazing. All right, it's absolutely amazing. And if you like to drive cars, like, you know, I had some dude who was like, oh yeah, you could have spent your money, could have gotten a more practical car and spent your money somewhere else. I'm like, yeah, but I like cars. Like, you don't like cars. So, you know, you spend money on your hobbies, whatever they might be. I don't know, video games or board game. I don't know what the heck people like to do in their life, but it's not your hobby. It's not something that you like. Of course, I'm happy to spend more money on my car because it's something I like and I enjoy. And if you want to buy this car to enjoy the car, I promise you it will live up to every expectation you have in terms of performance. The motor is incredible. It sounds amazing, as I'm sure you can hear a little bit. I know I only have my mic up here, but you can probably hear it. I'm in Z mode. I should turn it off Z mode, but I'll put it back in Z mode. I like Z mode and I like manual. That's what I always drive around in, Z mode and manual. So you don't get great gas mileage when you do that, but overall, very fun. But the acceleration is super fun. I always say to people, don't speed. And what I mean by that is, like, the fun in cars, for me at least, is, you know, 0 to 60 on the on-ramp. Like, I don't coast going 100 miles an hour. That's just dumb. You know, don't do that. Obviously, don't get a ticket. Be obviously cautious in the car. I'm not going to tell you what to do. You can do whatever the hell you want. But that's how I have fun with it. And boy, the performance lives up to it. And then you get to the steering, and especially in mode like Z mode where you can tighten it up. And I have mag ride, so I got the magnetic ride suspension, and it tightens up the suspension. It's incredible. I mean, I've never had a car. I used to have a Mustang, not known for their steering, obviously. Coming from the truck, obviously a way different drive, but it's so immersive. It's so intuitive because you don't have the front engine. You're right next to the damn wheel, for crying out loud. And it's just so, the steering is really amazing. You know, I know some people don't like electronic steering and all that stuff, but it's amazing. The steering in this car is phenomenal. I've never had a car steer better than this. My dad's been a lot older than I am, and he's been, you know, he gets in the car and he wants a C8 now because my brother and I got one, and he is blown away by the steering as well. So that's someone with an old salty dog with a little more experience who talks about the steering as well, and it's simply just incredible. Simply just incredible. The last thing I will talk about, okay, here, and we're about to get back on the highway, so we'll do some pulls, all right? For you, the last thing I'll talk about is the tech and the comfort. Actually, a couple more things. I wrote them down, so I have more things than I thought. I'm going to go straight here. I won't get on the highway just yet. We'll wait to do some more pulls on the highway. But the fifth thing I wrote down was just the interior design. I have zero issues with it, but you can see I added this little thing for my phone. Just put my phone there. I added the cup holders here, but you know, it can be a little bit like over there in the passenger seat. There's nowhere for my passenger, my sister right now to put her phone. Like, there's nowhere over there. So that would be, if you ride with people, maybe something to consider. But I got no problems with it. You know, if you're just alone driving somewhere, it's zero problem. I love the phone compartment back here. You can use, I don't use it as much because I'm a business owner, so I'm kind of always on my phone. It's just kind of the nature of the beast for me. But yeah, you can see around. I mean, it looks amazing. By the way, how about this keychain? So this keychain's cool because it's got the front of the Vet and the back of the Vet. Normally it's just like two-sided the same, so I got this one. It's got that both sides. So pretty good. I always keep that key over here. So interior, very good. Number 6 would be cost of ownership. I don't know. So far, so good. I'm under warranty. This guy's certified pre-owned. I did do my 7,500 mile service. So for those wondering about that, that's pretty expensive service. I got it covered with mine when I purchased it because I had 6,100 miles and I kind of dogged the dealer that I wanted to get it covered. Overall, I mean, I'm putting wheels and tires on the car. You know, that's going to be a little pricey. You're getting Pilot Sport 4S's. Those are more expensive tires than your average tire. So Cost of ownership, everything is a little bit more expensive, but again, you know, unless you have a big issue, yeah, you're gonna spend more on gas, especially if you're having a lot of fun. 94 only, Sunoco. 94 only, everybody. So you'll spend a little more on gas, but overall, no big jump there for me. Outside of, it's a little bit more of an expensive car as compared to your traditional car. You know, a traditional car that you might drive, or you might drive, or it might buy to daily drive. So that would be the only thing there. And then the last thing for me would be the customization potential of this car. So I just mentioned I'm looking at wheels and tires. Well, I got a cart. Drop it in the comments. What do you think I should do? I'm looking at Vossens. I like the HF7s. I like the HF5s, and I like the HF2s. And I'm not a huge black wheel guy, all right? Me and my brother have kicked this around. I'm not like the biggest black wheel guy in the world. I feel like they're overdone. Everybody has black wheels. You can literally get like the most basic car nowadays, and like a lot of the times it comes with black wheels. So I'm kind of over black wheels. I also think they drown out a little bit, but you guys know what my car looks like, and it needs black wheels. It's got a black top. It's got white with all black accents everywhere. It needs black wheels. So I'm kind of leaning toward going black wheels. Or the other thing I could do would be take the wrap off the top, all the black wrap off, and then go chrome or silver wheels, something like that. So I could do that. Let me turn around right here. So that would be the other thing I would consider doing, you know, if I didn't go black wheels. But I'm looking at Vossens. I was looking at E5 wheels as well. And so the other predicament I was in was I want to put all seasons on the car, but I don't want to put the all seasons on my Vossens or my E5s or whatever wheel I buy. I want to put Pilot Sports on them. And then I would like to put all seasons on these wheels, the stock wheels that I have, and then I have a winter tire and a summer tire. You know, so I wouldn't want to get new tires or new wheels, get the same tires on them. These are already worn down, and now I don't have a winter set, but I don't want my winter set to be my nice wheels. So that's the predicament I'm in, but I'm probably just going to do what I said. I'm probably going to put winter tire, the Pilot Sport all season 4s on these wheels, the stock OEM 5-spoke black wheels. And then I'm going to put the Vossens, I'm going to put Pilot Sport 4S's on, and those are going to be my summer tires, and I'll probably keep them on, honestly, you know, for a long time. Once it gets under 40 around here, I'll throw on the winters. I probably won't drive the car as much. I told you guys I'm in the market for a truck. But the customization is so fun. Like, that's not the only thing you can do. I've been looking into an exhaust. I want to do an exhaust. I'm thinking about doing that, so I'll take your comments below on that if you think I should do it. I'm doing a Haltech intake. I'm doing probably some mud guards and some side skirts on the car. I ordered radiator guards, so the front, I don't know why Chevy didn't put guards on the front where the radiators are, but in the front vents there's radiators, and they're opened up so they could get hit pretty easily with something. So I'll probably put something like that on the front, the radiator guards. But there's a lot you can do to these cars, man, and it's a lot of fun. Me and my brother are going to do some things, so I'm looking forward to do it together with him, kind of as a hobby. Look, me and my brother's my best friend in life, and you know, whenever you can get something to do like that together, it's always a great thing to do. So that's the other very awesome thing I would say. The other awesome thing about this car. So overall takeaways, this car is unmatched performance for the practicality it gives you, which in my opinion is way better than I expected. And there are very small tidbits of things where this car won't work for certain people, obviously, but for someone who feels like they're on the bubble for being able to do this car, I would say it will live up to what you want it to be as a daily driver, as an everyday driver, more than you're expecting. You have more space than you think. It's better performance than you think. It handles more terrain than you think. I didn't even talk about the weather mode. The weather mode is incredible in this car for rain and for, you know, when it does snow one day. Obviously I'll have snow in the Northeast, so, but get it. It delivers the goods. So far, so good. 30 days in, everybody. I absolutely love my C8, and perfect timing as we're wrapping up my takeaways. Let's do some highway pulls, everybody. I'll see you on the highway. All right, everybody, entering the highway in a couple of seconds. Ironic, I mentioned the brakes in this video. They haven't been squeaking at all. One minor squeak. That's good. They've been better since I burnished them. They're a little bit more on and off, you know, but it's definitely not like gone for good. It's definitely not gone for good. But look, you got Z51, you got bigger brakes, you know, better brakes. They have a metallic material as opposed to like a ceramic, all ceramic, and they squeak. But overall amazing. And let's get these highway pulls. I'm waiting for this light to go green, and then we're gonna have a open lane merging onto the highway. So I got it in manual mode, in Z mode, and we're ready to rock and roll and shebang in this baby. No, come on, yes, here we go. Here we go. Woo! Look at that. Open road, baby. See, that's where the fun is, 0 to 60, right? That's where the fun is. Now we'll downshift down to 3rd gear. There it is, baby. Amazing. Simply amazing in this car. Handling, as I mentioned, going around the bend like this. Full confidence. 305s in the rear. I might go up to 325s, by the way, if I get the wheels. You know, I'll do 20 on the front, 21s in the rear, and then 325 in the rear would be huge for grip. So that'd be pretty amazing. But let's just downshift this for a second. I got nobody behind me. Holy mackerel! Wow. So open highway, that's a lot of fun, man. That's a lot of fun. Nobody around me, by the way, so amazing. There it is. Some beautiful highway pulls, baby, right here on ZK's Garage. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I love all you guys. Wow, look at the American flags. All right, guys, back home. Appreciate you all watching. What a great video that was. And man, this thing has been a fun 1 month journey. I'll keep you guys posted, man, all throughout the ownership journey. I'm gonna be driving this thing in winter, all sorts of different videos coming. So appreciate you guys so much for watching today. Hit that like button and I'll catch you guys on the next video.